And department stores in Japan are kind of cool. I don't really know how to compare them to other things in the States because they're not like, your typical, Bloomingdale's, because they also are usually connected to a grocery in the basement area. And, Bloomingdale's doesn't sell food, groceries. So, but that's a huge part of its appeal. You can buy everything here. A lot of times they're in big kind of tower buildings. At the least they have 3 stories, the most 7, 8 stories, 9, 10, depending if you can go to some of the bigger ones in Tokyo, for example. In our little small town, there's a Seiyu, and it has electronics up on the top floor. I think that's the 5th floor. On the 4th floor is toys and bedding, and then on the 3rd floor is women's clothing, and on the 2nd floor is more women's clothing and a little bit of men's clothing, and then on the 1st floor is kinds of like part of the grocery sections, dry goods, stuff like toilet paper, health goods. There's a pharmacy that sells medicine and such, and then in the basement is food, groceries. And then also a kind of a fun part of the groceries of these department stores is that they sell kind of pre-made food. It's like a deli, but with lots of different stations and lots of different kinds of styles of food that you can buy pre-made to take home and just reheat when you get home. So it can be a lot of fun, especially if you can get into a really nice big one, because you can get your hands on a lot of food that you may not be able to get at your local grocery store. Now, in the example of Seiyu, it used to be super cool. My biggest reason why I liked it so much was because on the top floor was a mujirushi. And I know there's a couple of mujirushi locations in New York, I believe, in the States. Awesome store. They focus on plates and dishes and paper goods, stationery products, bedding. But the neat thing about them, it's kind of got a little IKEA quality to it, I guess. Everything is very functional, clean lines, and then everything is black or white pretty much, and then browns. So it has a definite style and an edge to it. Kind of looks like a really fancy generic brand, if you will. But a few years ago, the Seiyu all got bought out by Walmart. Yay! So everything changed. The mujirushi in our store at least disappeared, and you see these signs of Walmart everywhere, which is weird to me, because not that I hate Walmart or anything, but the standard of stuff kind of dropped a little, and the clothing just kind of dropped a little. The prices are amazing, but the quality is maybe not the best that it could be. But the good side to this is that there are a few things that we get now that are more like from the States. For example, you can buy Pepperidge Farm cookies there. You can buy granola bars. What are those called? Nature something. They're really yummy. So those are really cool to find. Stuff like potato chips, kettle chips, which are really popular here, and some chocolates and stuff, Snickers bars, Twix bars, which you can't usually so easily get your hands on. Things have changed slowly over the years, and you could get a hold of a few things, but some of those American snacks are kind of hard to come by. And then I just noticed when I was there the other day that they actually had Reese's peanut butter cups, which is super awesome because that is something I have yet to see here in Japan. It could be, mind you guys, it could be because I live in the boonies, yeah, and I live down here in Kyushu too, where things are, 4 or 5 years behind. I'm sure in Tokyo you could easily find a place to buy Reese's peanut butter cups, but where I am, I've never seen them before, and so in the 15 years I've lived here, I've craved them every day because you can't get it. So it was always something I'd buy when I would go to the States. So it's kind of cool to know that it's just right there. And same thing, straight from the States, just with the Japanese ingredients labels stuck on top of it. So that's kind of cool to have a chance to get your hands on something that reminds you of home.